Well, my real name is Serena Prang. Now, then when I came here, I changed to Vanna Wallace. Vanna Prang, and then made to the Wallace.
Wallace. Yeah.
And I was born. What was that? 1966, July 10.
July 10. Where were you born?
In Cambodia, in Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh? What was Phnom Penh like?
Like what? Like
what
when?
What was it like?
When I was young, I don't remember anything.
You don't remember?
I was young, and then now I went back several times already, and every time I go, it's look different, very different.
Yeah.
Now it's like building all over. It's a lot of Chinese, a lot of Vietnamese, a lot of Korean. It's a lot of building. They build more new fancy stuff and a lot of factory and houses everywhere. I didn't go out very much, but every time I go out, I went out in Cambodia, it's like so much traffic. It's not good.
What was your family like? Siblings?
I had 4 siblings. One died after the communist. I think he died in 1980. And my sister, right now, she's younger than me. She's in Cambodia. She's a widow. She has 1 son and 2 granddaughters. And my brother, he is a policeman, and he had 4 children, and his wife have a shop in the city that they sell. She sell all kind of stuff.
What were your parents like?
My parents. My father is a general. That's what I remember. My mom was a teacher, and then when she had children, she stayed home. And we have a good life before communists.
With your dad being a general, is that a problem when the communists took over?
Yeah, did you watch a movie called First They Killed My Father? That is my story. And it's also a lot of Cambodian family story. It's not just mine. It's like everybody, almost everybody the same.
Yeah.
So like based on a little girl, that little girl just like me. I was young like that, and my father's died in the communist, my mother. So I didn't watch the movie because I just know it's very sad.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, and my children, my daughter Ava, Ava watched and she said, "Mommy, she looked like you."
Yeah.
When she was young, and I didn't watch it. Any sad story, any war movie, I don't watch it because I live in it, and it's very sad.
Yeah.
And a lot of Cambodian, we don't want to talk about the communists because it's very bad.
So the older generation doesn't really talk. Your generation doesn't really talk about the.
We talk, but it's the same. Everybody has the same story and all sad story.
Yeah.
And we just know it. If somebody says something about hardship when they are in the communist, it's not just that person's story. It's everybody's story.
How old were you when the Khmer Rouge came?
I was born in 1966. Khmer Rouge came 1975, so that made me 9 years old.
9 years old?
Yeah, 9 years old. And yeah.
Do you remember what it was like when they came?
when they came first, they told you that you leave your house for 3 days, take everything you need, and they after they check everything, you can come back in 3 days.
Why did they tell you to leave for 3 days? Is there a reason?
I don't know. They just kick everybody out of the city because I don't know why. But then they said everybody leave for 3 days and can come back in 3 days. Take what you need for 3 days. We never returned.
Where did you go?
We went to my grandma village, my mother hometown, and we went there and we'll stay there like a couple months, I guess, and then they sent us to a different city, and then from then we just like work, starving.
You went to a work camp?
Yeah,
after?
they separate us. They they separate mother and father separately, and then the youngest children, and then the oldest, and by age. Yeah, and then
so
they have different camp.
So you were separated from
my mother, my youngest brother, and then me and my sister. She's 1 year younger than me, so we look the same age. So me and my sister with each other for several years.
What kind of work were they making you do?
They making us to work in the rice fields. They making us dig pond. They making us building like road from carrying dirt and making like a road, like
building paths and stuff.
Yeah, with shovels and when basket you carry dirt, and they don't. It's all day, and they give you little food like little rice.
Yeah, like few grains, just
not a few grain, like like rice soup. They not a solid rice.
Yeah.
Like they make it in. They put a little rice and they make into a big giant pot and with lots of water. Actually, you don't even have this much of rice.
Just rice, no veggies, no
veggie.
Nothing.
I don't remember they ever give us veggie or any meat,
nothing.
anything. Veggie, if you want something like, you have to eat veggie from the field that you find. If you lucky, you find a crab or fish, snail, then you eat that. It's a lot of kids dying and a lot of starvation.
They only let you eat once a day or
twice a day.
Twice a day.
Yeah, and work all day.
How long were the work days?
Oh, you get up in the morning, like, I don't remember, like this, they have a big siren or whistle. They'll wake you up and they just like go, and then we just run to the field and then start working.
Yeah.
And then they give you, like, they say, oh, lunchtime, everybody get lunch. This is a little kid.
Yeah.
9 years old.
9 years old.
9, 10.
Everyone at the same age in the camp, or?
Yeah, they separated by group. So like the older, like maybe like the 15, 18. I never see them, but they're in different group, different places, different workforce, I think.
Yeah.
And they might be, the older one, they might be training them to be a combat soldier or be the.
There's a lot of propaganda they would tell you.
Yep.
Do you remember things that they would say in the camps?
They said you are one body. It's one. Everything is all together. Like I don't know what they're talking about, but you just afraid to say anything.
Yeah.
Plus, I was 9 years old. You remember when you 9 years old?
Yeah. When I was 9? When I wouldn't eat my food.
Yeah. You won't. When you was 9 years old, I had to make you eat the food that I cooked. And then when I was 9 years old, I don't have food to eat.
Yeah.
I don't have clothes. I have one set of clothes. It's all dirty, black, and I don't remember I had a comb to comb my hair. And I don't remember I had a toothbrush. I probably didn't brush. I know it for sure I don't brush my teeth. I didn't comb my hair. My hair probably like this and ugly. And I didn't even have a mirror to look at my face for 4 years that I didn't even know what I looked like.
Were you in the same camp for 4 years?
No, it's different camp.
Different camp? Moved you around?
Yeah, they move around. And then the last time I was separated from my sister like a year. Because they just separated and you don't know where your family is. You don't know they're still alive or dead. And then I separated from my mother for like many years. And then the last time, and yeah, my sister separated. And you just live with everybody else, every young children. And
you make any friends in the camps?
You don't have friends. You sleep with each other. Friends, I don't know. You just talk to them. You just young children. I have one friend that we slept together. And then we would go in the field, try to find food to eat, and I remember we was together for a long time.
Yeah. You remember her name?
Her name is Champa.
Champa.
Yeah, she's the same age, and she's like Chinese looking, not like me. And then she doesn't know where her family is, and then she said her mother died. Her father, they killed him, and then her two brothers died from no food to eat. And I think she's the only one still alive, and I hope she's...
You don't know where she's at today?
No. But I remember we slept together, next to each other, because they have a bed, not a bed, like a floor that you sleep. All the children sleep together, and I remember I slept with her a lot, and we would go to find food together. Yeah. Piece of what's it called? Paper. You need to wake Amos up. I play with fire. I played with fire all my life. When I was young, I cook out in the field with firewood. And we don't have a fancy stove like over here. Fire is my thing. I used to play with fire. Sit around fire and cooking crab and fish in the field in the communist time.
Alright.
xì gió,
Xio.
sạch cua ắng,
Sai Kau Ong.
trầy chiên,
Lai Chin.
nụm băng,
Yum Pang.
cha bữa kia,
Kia.
sạch cua ắng. Ai cái tiêu.
What's your favorite?
I don't have favorite. I eat everything. And this is lunch. And then dinner we make turkey.
Yeah.
We should put turkey in our oven soon.
Do you remember when the Khmer Rouge left, when they were overthrown?
When they overthrown, I don't remember much, but I heard a lot of bombing, a lot of shooting, and then all of a sudden they chasing us to the north. North is all the way to Thailand.
Were you in a work camp when it happened?
Yeah, I still was in the work camp, and then finally I found my mother, my sister, my brothers, and then and my uncle, and then we all together again, and then when we ran away from Vietnamese troop, you know, they came, and then my mother got sick. She got very sick, and then while we running away, it's the communists almost over. My mother died. My mother died when we was running away from Vietnam, because she's sick. And then when she died, my uncle took care of us. He had one son, and I have two brothers and a sister and me. So he took care of us, and then after the communists over, my uncle took us back to my mother family, where my aunts live in countryside. So we went there, and then so we don't have parents that took care of, right? We're in orphans now. My brother, my sister go live with one family, my aunt's family, and they separate us. Each family took one children. So I live with my uncle I live with my uncle. My sister go live with my aunt. My brother go live with one family. Another brother live with one family. So we separate again. And then my uncle, who came to Thailand, and I got to come to Thailand to refugee camp because he came to Thailand. And my brother and sister live in Cambodia because with the family in Cambodia. See it?
Yeah, kind of. Yep.
Yeah. That's a camp.
In Thailand?
In Thailand, so I came to Thailand and I stay in camp that called Karidang camp in 1984 to 1988. Here's a classroom. This is before you came to America. They teach you how to be civilized, how to use the toilet, how to use the stove, the refrigerator, and then we learn English. So some of them are Cambodian, some of them are Laotian, and some of them are Hmong, and probably one couple of Vietnamese too.
You weren't in the camp with your siblings? They were in...
No, I don't have a sibling. My sibling in Cambodia. Remember we separated? So I came with my uncle alone, and my siblings all in Cambodia, in separate family. So this is the class. We learn how to speak, read, and write English. And this is my work. Let's see. This one. This is, I work in a refugee camp in a newspaper, like, like they have printer and printing article and stuff. What's it called that? Newsletter. And these two are, this one American and his is Canadian. And I use a typewriter to type whatever the new, and some of them are write different Cambodian folk story or cartoons thing, like one of those, a magazine. In a refugee camp, like almost 5 years. In that camp, almost 5 years.
Were you waiting to get
Yeah.
to be able to go to the States from the refugee camp, or what was the process like?
The process is you stay in a refugee camp, and then you can apply to the third country, like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Switzerland, or America. So I got accepted to come to America. So then this camp this is a separate camp. It's in Thailand. This picture here. It's actually in Thailand. It's in Chonburi camp. It's inside Thailand, and that camp is prepare you to come to America or to a different country. So they teach you, how to go get a job, how to find rent, find an apartment, how to go get help, how to use sing in a house. Yeah, most important, they teach you how to find a job.
Were the conditions good in the refugee camp?
Yeah, it's good. Well, this camp is good because I know where I'm going. I'm coming to America, and I learn how to speak, read, and write English.
How was that, learning English?
I learn. I know how to read and write, and I know how to. I've been studying before. When I was, this is a separate camp, but another camp I was like study how to read Thai, English, and then some Cambodian, and I was a dancer too, a Cambodian classic dancers, like the Apsara thing. Yeah, and I learned that. Not in Cambodia, in refugee camp, I learned how to sew, hand sewing, and then knitting, crocheting, and then doing the basket weaving.
Basket weaving.
Yeah, and then I learned how to. What else did I learn in a refugee camp? Yeah, just knitting, sewing, crochet, basket weaving, and rock. One of them, but I'm not very good at it. Mashed potato.
It is a smashed potato.
True. You cook a lot in Cambodia?
Yes, a lot.
Did you cook mashed potatoes?
No,
Why not?
because that's not Cambodian. Well, you can pause
Pause it.
gravy. You gotta do this.
This guy actually had a picture of him doing it.
Daddy kiss
And he got driven
Donald
out.
Trump's butt.
But he used to be on Saturday.
That they not even appreciate.
Thank you.
American mom. Cambodian mom.
How's your food?
Good, I love it.
Good.
How you like it?
Very good. I enjoy it. So you were in the refugee camp for
A long time,
a long time. How many years?
at least 6 years.
6 years. And then after you came here, right?
I came here October 1988. I think October, I'm not sure, October 20 something or October the first week or the end of October. I should remember that.
Where'd you fly into?
Hmm?
Where'd you fly into?
Who from?
Where did you fly into? When you flew?
Yeah, I flew from Thailand to Denmark, Denmark to New York, and New York to Chicago. And then I have a sponsors waiting for me to bring me to Chicago. We live on Paulina, a 2-flat apartment, and my sponsor rent the first floor, like a nice house.
What'd you do when you first got here?
I went to Cambodia Association, and then I applied for what they call a food stamp, because all the refugees who came here, first they give them like money to start with, so I stay on food stamp for 3 months. But then I went to school right away, like learn how to speak and write and stuff. And then after 3 months, I got a job.
Where was that?
Working. I work in, it's called, I forgot. It's this company by O'Hare Airport. They making air conditioning. The window unit air conditioning, and I worked there for several, not even a year. And I had to take a bus. No, I had to take a train. I had to take 3 trains to get to work.
Wow.
And then after work, I took 1 train and went to school. After school, I took 2 trains and got home around 10 o'clock at night. I leave like 5 or 6 o'clock, came back home at night. And then sometime after school, I didn't take a train. I took a bus home. Bus took like 30 minutes to get home. And then got another job, work at they call it Shure Brother. They make telephone, not make a microphone. And then after that, I worked at Computron making a monitor for different things. For like airport monitor, and they made a military monitor for like cars and submarine and all that stuff. And then I got pregnant with my son, Christian. Then I stay home forever.
Did you have any difficulties when you first got here, like communicating or?
Yeah, I'm shy. I don't want to speak, but my sponsor really pushing me. She's pushing me to go to school, pushing me to go, like if she make me took a train, took a bus, and then like if we go to McDonald's stuff, she had to make sure that I order it myself. And then I push myself to took a train. Like if I took a train once and I got lost, and I said, and all day I would take a train. I took a train to different place, and then I won't get lost again. So I took train around Chicago all the way, anywhere the train go, I went. So I know, I count all the stop. I know all the stop, and then like if I don't want to get lost, I had to make sure that all the trains stop. So then I know how to get off, where to get off. And I got attacked. attacked one by at the train stop, and somebody tried to grab my backpack and push me down. One, and I don't have any difficulty. I try hard. I try to do the best I could, and
You're a citizen now.
yeah, I am a citizen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they're not gonna send me back. I'm staying here forever. You can't tell me to go back. I think for Turkey that he sacrificed his life for me. And mashed potato, gravy, cranberry sauce, and my wonderful husband, and my daughter, beautiful, and my son, Luke, going to the coolest school, and Shen, Christian, the oldest son's not here, and wine and candles, and beautiful tablecloth.